Hello, welcome to another live stream edition of Live Stream Edition with yours truly, me, myself, and I. All right, I was going to talk a little bit about sight reading music on guitar. So there's a few ways you can start to tackle this conundrum of sight reading sheet music on guitar. And this is for people who probably already know how to read music. So if you can't read music, go learn to read music, and you'll be better off for it. Don't question what I just said. Just go do it. So ultimately, sight reading on guitar is hard for a few reasons. And you kind of have to work things out beforehand, essentially. The couple examples I like to give is for sight reading on guitar, the basic assumption that you have. So this note is our middle C. A written middle C on guitar is this guy. Now, actual sound, there's technically middle C because guitar is a transposing instrument. Guitar transposes an octave lower. All that aside, this note, this C, is in the face and the space on a treble clef. Bottom line being the F, bottom space being the F, I should say, bottom space being the F, the next space being A, the next space being C, the next space being E. So generally, if you have a line and it's maybe not going up above an A, try to read everything more or less in first position. And if you can get through that within first position, then you want to start to find out where you can move the things around. So if you have a line, if you have a line that's going all the way up to C, you might need to play it here. So you might need to find where you're going to shift. So my tip for sight reading is first position. I have a trumpet player friend of mine who, R.I.P. Ozzy. There we go. That was for Ozzy. So, yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy, dude. Big time. Going back to the topic at hand. Sight reading on guitar is, like I said, it goes as follows. You want to just default to your first position until you can. Now, if you are in a situation where you're sight reading on the spot or reading a chart or playing with a group and you're trying to learn a melody, just do your shifts. Generally, if you're asking to be sight reading music all the way up, Ozzy is fine. Death was a band prank. He is fine. So, one more Ozzy riff. Hey man, can you please show how to hammer on and pull off and tremolo properly? Sure. Wasn't the topic of the video, but that's fine. A hammer is just this. Right? So I'm striking the string once, and there's your pull off. That's it. Also, the one thing about guitar is muting the other strings. So this is something I see a lot of novice players not doing. They'll play notes, and you just got all these other open strings ringing out. So you want to use your picking hand or your fretting hand to mute the other strings. It's something that'll come out over time because as you start to play, see, like even if I do that, look at all that stuff that's ringing out. I didn't touch any of those strings, but I could keep my hand here. That kind of thing. So muting the other strings is important. Hammer-ons, pull-offs. Tremolo with a pick is just... just an up-down. Tremolo with your fingers, I've done a bunch of videos on that. Is that a bruise? I don't know where you're talking about. Probably. I don't know. Is that a bruiser? Is that a bruise? Probably. I have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, for that person, oops. R.I.P. Ozzy. Definitely helpful. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, and tremolo with your fingers is just doing the thumb and then, you know, A-M-I, as the classical guitar players would put it. So, or you can do like a Yamashita and like, just like keep it going. But I digress. My whole point was coming on here was talking about sight reading with the default going to your open position. Play some blues or something. Bro, how did you learn that thing? Just being bored. The bored teenager. Anyways, I guess I had a trumpet player who was a good, accomplished musician, and he was wondering, like, man, how do you sight read on guitar? And I was like, dude, just default to open position. Default to... I mean, odds are you're probably not going to be reading music that's up above here. Up above a high G, maybe a high A. I mean, unless you're reading some Bach or something and really trying to, like, sight read something complex, the odds are it's not going to be past that. As I've said in a bunch of live streams before, one of my favorite things to see guitar players play is Donna Lee, because we all play it in a different spot, and it's really funny. You know. Every guitar player plays it in a different... My wrist hurts thinking... I think I have bad posture. Yeah, that could be the case. Bro, I want to learn it. What suggestion will you give me? Practice. Learn to read the music. Learn the notes. I did a video on the notes of the guitar. So first thing you want to learn to even learn how to read music is where the notes are on the guitar. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. If you know the alphabet to G, and then you practice your octave shapes, two strings at once. So it's knowing it's knowing your octave shapes. So you want to be like Wes Montgomery. What is it? So, we play Snowblind. We play Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple. Randy Rhoads. Love Donna Lee. Sabbath. Yeah. R.I.P. R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne. I really don't know many Ozzy Osbourne licks, to be honest. Gathered in there myself. That's literally like all I know is Iron Man and that. More of a jazz player. Nice. Played nice gypsy jazz chords. But yeah. Anyways, the whole point of this was to say default and then find out where you need to shift if you want to work out the music, because guitar is weird, right? I have a video on here that almost has 100,000 views. It's just a short, but all it is me playing this up the neck. So there's a bunch of different positions for the same set of notes, right? So you can have a ton of different ways to play the exact same set of notes. And that's what can get confusing about guitar, because there's so many different positions, like I just did. It's crazy. So default to your open position, practice, have fun, tell your friends and family that you love them. I don't know what else I can say on this live stream, unless people have questions for me. I'm a composer. I've been working as a jazz guitar. I've worked for Disney as a jazz guitarist. I've done some freelance composition work. I have some compositions on this this channel here, this page, this YouTube page, whatever. Piano sonata, string quartet, violin, viola duet. I'm focusing on practicing. I am too focused on practicing. I think I can give my full on it. And can't also enjoy it. Can you tell me how to enjoy the instrument? Play the instrument. Play the music. The word play means to have fun. If you're not having fun, what's the point? You know, even if you're playing Mozart. It should still be fun, even if it's just music. It's all play, and explore the instrument. What Disney songs have you made? I worked in a band, in a jazz band, so I didn't do any songs, but I can play a couple Disney songs. And then I can do the Russian high-O. Anyways, So yeah, R.I.P. Ozzy. Said I wish I knew more Ozzy riffs. I just don't. Just not that kind of fella, but I've got big respect. The Paranoid record was huge for me. Big influence for me as a kid and as a young adult. Still listen to it. I like Planet Caravan. One of my favorite Sabbath tunes. Probably their mellowest tune, but whatever. I'll play you out with one thing, and then I'm gonna get off this live stream because this is already too much. Oh, you know what? See, and also I will speak to composition. So, and this is probably gonna be mirrored, but whatever. I gotta try to figure out how to shoot videos. But live streams seem to get more views. But like for instance, if you can write music or you can read music, I recommend you start writing music. Start composing, even if it sucks. Just freaking put your pen to paper and write music, and write it away from your instrument, and then go back, grab your instrument, and see what it sounds like. For instance, I wrote this the other day. Away from any instrument, just sitting at a table, I wrote this music. I kind of like it. Is it amazing? No. Is it groundbreaking? No. You're not gonna block. Play some Stevie Ray Vaughan. But it's like, just do it. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the more you will get better at composing music. I think it's important, especially if you're a jazz player and you're relatively literate. If you can play stuff like that, if you can play Donna Lee or Jazz Head, and you can read music, you should start writing music. Pick a tune, all the things you are, Autumn Leaves, write a chord solo, write a solo over it, and you're not gonna block. I talk and you read, you're not blocking me. Huh? I'm so confused. People trying to get blocked? So confusing. So confusing. Wilfred Morris. You're not gonna block. I talk. You read. You're not blocking me. Got better things to do. This is already too much. So, but I recommend you write music. So for instance, I'll play this. I wrote this the other day. And does it suck? No. Is it amazing? Also no. Is it fun to play? Yeah. Was it a fun exercise? Yes. So I'm probably gonna mess it up, but ha. Second half. Do you have a double bass? Can you play string band music? Any banjo? What's the name of that song riff? It's just something I wrote. Maybe I'll post it on my community page and you can screen it and learn it. Just literally just wrote this pen to paper away from an instrument, just using my ear, my internal ear. That's it. You can do it too. Do I like Ozzy? Yeah, of course I like Ozzy. Play funky stuff. I'm from Brazil. Hello from Brazil. Hello from California. Can you play Smells Like Teen Spirit? Yes, I can play Smells Like Teen Spirit. Will I play it? No. What does have some rest? I don't know what that means. All right, well, I'll play one last thing. This is a piece I wrote called, no, this is a tune that's available for streaming everywhere. It's called Waves. I'm just gonna play the head. That's a song I wrote called Waves. It's available for streaming everywhere. My buddy Rob played flute on it. Just a piece for guitar and flute. Well, it's a head chart, so I was going to do a full band version of it, but yeah, writing music's not hard. If you know the alphabet to G and you know the notes on the guitar, you can figure it out. If I can figure it out, it's not that far. How do I feel about Ozzy Osbourne's death? Rest in peace, Ozzy. He lived a full life. He was 76 years old. Hey, you know what? He made it farther than two of my grandparents and influenced a lot of people. So, you know what? But we're all a part of this same universe, man. He's no greater or better than any one of us, any one of you watching. We're all equal. We all come from the same place. We all run back to the same place. We all emerge from the great light. We disappear into the great light. And that's okay. So, that's what makes life beautiful. All right. Way too long of a live stream again. Going back to the original topic. If you're sight reading on guitar, they're learning how to default to your first position and then figure out where you need to adjust. Like I said before, Donna Lee's my favorite because I was struggling. I've come up with a bunch of different ways, especially that lick there. There's no, you know, I can do it there. I found on the less string skips, the easier some riffs are. So think about less string skips, less shifting, and plan it out if you can. But if you have to, or in our sight reading, go towards the sweet spot, man, right here. Bro, just hammer on the 8th and 9th fret and 3rd string. 12th and 10th fret. Okay. Not gonna read all that, but yeah, cool. That's really cool. I believe in you. Hammer 8 to 9 on the 3rd. What? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 10th fret. Same pattern than 16. That's really cool, Rising Star. I wish the best for you on that one. But I'll hammer right here. But all right, that's it for today. Peace out, everybody. Like I said, I'm a composer. Check out my music. I've got a bunch of music streaming. If you want lessons, reach out. My website's available in the description of my channel. And I don't know, that's it. Write music. Hug your mom. Tell your friends and family that you love them. Life's short. You kind of stuck up. Yeah, that's right.